Punk Revolution now! Today we are going to be reviewing the 1975's newest album, Notes on a Conditional Form. Okay, this is one of the most polarizing releases to come out this year. The 1975 in general is a very polarizing band. Some people say they're overrated, some people say they're underrated. No, you only like them because they're indie. No, you don't like them because they're too popular. Let me tell you something. The 1975, in my opinion, regardless of what you think of the music, is one of the least cool bands in existence. It's never cool to go to a party and say you like the 1975 unless you're partying with a bunch of fucking idiots. Because what the 1975 essentially does is they take a bunch of like cool influences like synthpop and dream pop and alternative rock and indie pop, and they just take these cool influences and just kind of repurpose it in a way that's as mainstream, radio friendly, and Disney Channel friendly as possible. They're just super successful with this formula, appealing to the kids who want to feel indie but they aren't cool enough to actually enjoy any music that's not, you know, like radio pop. So, not a very cool band, but a polarizing band to be sure, and this album continues to be quite polarizing, so let's get the fucking review started. Let's start by taking a look at the album cover, and I'll tell you if it's any good! This album cover to me looks like an electronic album cover. You know, it looks real like data, technology, ooh, techno, industrial. It just looks like an electronic album cover to me, which makes sense because in this album, this is going to be the 1975 really diving into electronic music more than they ever really have. So this sounds a lot more to me like an electronic album than a rock album, honestly. Maybe they're trying to be like Radiohead, because you know, Radiohead, they're a rock band with OK Computer, and then all of a sudden they released Kid A, and now they're an electronic band. What genius! I think the 1975 is trying to be, you know, show off the world how freaking genius and epic they are. And if you listen to the music, you hear a ton of pretentious, non-stop bullshit going on in this album. Like they're trying so fucking hard to sound like they're musical geniuses. It kills you. You press play in the first song, and you hear Greta Thunberg talking for 5 minutes in a monologue. And you know, I respect Greta Thunberg as much as the next guy. But to start your album with a 5-minute monologue from Greta Thunberg is so fucking cliche and corny and pretentious and annoying, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. And then the next song is like a noise rock song, you know, like a so-so noise rock song that sounds like freaking McCluskey, which is fine. And then the next song is like this, like an orchestra, like tuning their instruments like they're about to play, like, you know, like, oh, like everything is like tuning, and it's just like, we're about to listen to a freaking masterpiece, everyone. Buckle up, we're gonna listen to a masterpiece, an 80-minute long masterpiece, right? It's gonna be genius. What? Why is there so much pretentious shit going on here? It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous, okay? And they just continue to hop around to different genres. They play a little bit of country music in the same vein as Pinegrove. They even reference Pinegrove here. They play there's like a song that's like rap. There's some songs here that sound almost like a little bit like shoegaze. There's a fucking ton of electronic music. And I think I actually do like the electronic music going on here. Kind of like indie-tronica house in the same vein as like Caribou and Fortet, with a rhythm to it that falls in line with like Burial, you know, like UK Garage, you know. Well, I can't do it with my mouth. You go listen to Burial and you'll get the idea. So that's cool. I do like the electronic influence, and this is very well produced album overall. So they're just kind of touching on a little bit of everything. Not really they're trying to do everything here, but they don't really do anything here amazingly. All of it is just really pretty good. And like all of it is just really pretty cliche corny. And then of course in the midst of this album, there's plenty of the kind of like Disney Channel auto-tune pop music that's just so cringy that we expect from the 1975. And it's just a fucking mess. It's 80 minutes long. There's no way in hell you listen to this whole album in one sitting without getting bored out of your fucking mind. But I will say it is very entertaining to watch this album unfold, watch and the pretentiousness and laugh at it and listen just to, what are they doing? It's just so fascinating. It's so strange. This is a weird album. It's so fucking strange. And I don't think they're gonna make anyone happy with it, because if you're a true hardcore music listener, you're gonna hate it because it's 1975. And if you love the 1975, you're probably gonna hate it because it's not catchy poppy enough. It's just full of weird bullshit. And I find it pretty entertaining, honestly. I find this album really strange, bizarre, and entertaining in a really sick way. Wouldn't recommend you listen to it. Way too long. Just nothing really super exciting, amazing here. Never really just, you know, it's just like, it's the 1975, folks. But it's just so strange, and I appreciate that. So I'm gonna say 6.8 out of 10. Not the worst album in the world, honestly. A mess, but not horrible. So yeah, that's really all I have to go say. So thank you for watching. If you like my video, go ahead and like and subscribe and comment and blah 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 blah. Thank you, and don't listen to 1975 because they're fucking losers and you're better than that. That's all I gotta say. And go ahead and listen to some cool stuff like krautrock, which is way cooler than the 1975. If you're a real music listener, thank you for watching Punk Revolution now.